What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, as we now know, we are being selected as 12th in the upcoming NBA draft, and assuming we are going to be staying in the same position, I don't necessarily think we're going to trade up or down, but that is yet, of course, remains to be seen. What we do now is look at potential prospects that could be selected with the 12th overall pick. Now, since I don't really have much understanding of the current landscape of the NBA draft, I don't look at the players in their March Madness phase, and I don't really look at the G League, and I don't look at the Euro League. I really focus on the NBA and definitely the Chicago Bulls. So, I don't know much. So what I'm going to do, at least for this video specifically, is I'm going to look at a mock draft that took a player and I guess projected him to go to the Chicago Bulls. And with that in mind, I'm going to talk about that player, discuss what I think his strengths and weaknesses are, whether or not I should take him, and of course, with more recommendations, hopefully from you guys coming in, we can kind of steer away from the mock draft side of things and focus on your recommendations, because that is also a big part of what I want to do for these next upcoming videos. I won't make every video a draft video, just because there is quite a bit I've missed out on, and I want to talk about that as well. But we'll try our best to make sure we get through as many draft prospects as possible, so that when we do select someone, we have at least an understanding of what they're all about. That's the goal at the end of the day. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls. And this player we're going to be talking about today, hopefully I say his name correctly. He's from Russia, and his name is Egor Demin. Hopefully, once again, I said his name correctly. So, what do we know about Egor Demin? Basically, from my understanding, he's 6'9", so he's a really tall guard. He's listed as a point guard. He's a freshman. He played for the Cougars, and there is a lot to like about this player. In fact, many people project him to go within the top 10, but as you know with Matas Bazelis, that could be subject to change very quickly. So he is a guard, ladies and gentlemen, and I know he's not a center, so everybody's going to click off the video because, oh, imagine we just don't look at, we only look at centers here, but I understand people want a center, so when they see guys like this that I'm talking about, they're going to steer away as quickly as possible. I understand that. With that being said, we should talk about his averages. He averaged 10.6 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, 5.5 assists, shooting 41.2% from the field, and a very low 27% from the three-point line. So those are the statistics that you could probably see from him. And judging by what I've seen and what I've read, he loves to play make. And I think that shows with his statistics. 5.5 assists is not a bad return for a 6'9" point guard. He's also a guy, from what I saw, he knows how to create his own shot. That's probably all the highlights I've really seen from him at this point in time. His ability to shoot the mid-range and his ability to get to his spots, fake out defenders, use the screens effectively, all these things to get to his spots and shoot those shots and allows them to fall in. That to me is exciting. And I'll tell you why it's exciting. When you look at the best players in this league today, I'm talking about the key guys in this league today. Maybe they don't use that mid-range shot I guess, often. But the fact that it's in their repertoire, to me, is a good sign. Kevin Durant, a lethal mid-range shooter. LeBron James, lethal mid-range shooter. Luka Doncic, lethal mid-range shooter. Jason Tatum, lethal mid-range shooter. The best of the best today have the ability to create their own shot and shoot from the mid-range at a high level. It is a fact. Just because they don't do it often doesn't mean they can't do it. And that is the beautiful thing about Egor, is that he can shoot that mid-range shot and he can get to his spots to make those type of shots. So his ability to play make is a big thing, but his ability to create his own shot is a big thing as well. And I think that's why he's getting a lot of interest from a lot of teams at this point in time. However, it's not all sunshines and rainbows, and what you need to come to know now is that when you're getting the 12th overall pick, you are looking at players that will have weaknesses to his game. And the hope is, at 19 years of age, he can learn to overcome those weaknesses and actually make them strengths. We could give examples here. One of his weaknesses I mentioned is the 27% from three. That is not a good percentage by college level, by NBA level, by high school level. It is not a good percentage. He's a very low average three-point shooter, which is sad because the ability to make the shot, you know, he's a good shot, I guess, creator, But when it comes from shooting down deep, that hurts his game. So that instantly, in my opinion, makes me believe he's not going to be a player that's going to be very effective off the ball. And that will hurt the Chicago Bulls because with that being said, we have a lot of guards on this team and a lot of guards that do need the ball in their hands. Josh Giddey needs the ball in his hands, assuming he is staying. Kobe White needs the ball in his hands. Io needs the ball in his hands. Lonzo needs the ball in his hands. Yes, some of them can be very effective off the ball, like a Lonzo Ball and a Kobe White, but they're effective with the ball in their hands. So if you're going to get another guard, at least you need a guard that can be good off the ball just as much as he is on the ball. And that will hurt the Chicago Bulls, and that is a weakness to his game at this point in time. Thankfully, a lot of players have learned how to shoot the three. Lonzo is included in that. He didn't come into the league with a great three-point shot. Now he's shooting over 40% consistently from three, which is a beautiful sight to see. I guess the second thing is he's not necessarily the quickest. He's not very athletic. He's not someone that I see posterizing people on a regular basis, even at his frame. He's someone that's rather skinny. Again, I'm not trying to body shame because I'm a very big guy, but still, he's a skinny guy. So ultimately, that can lead to opportunities where, yes, even at his 6'9" frame, he can kind of get bullied by stronger guards, which a lot of guards in this day and age are quite strong. So it's something he definitely needs to work on as well. There are weaknesses to his game. Definitely the strengths outweigh those weaknesses, but it's something we need to be aware of. So yeah, highlights-wise, he looks good. I do like a 6'9" point guard. I mean, that's something that's hard to say no to at the end of the day. In many ways, he reminds me of Josh Giddey. Now, I mean this in the sense of when Josh Giddey came into the league, so many people were very quick to list his negatives. He can't shoot the three. He is going to be bullied in the NBA. He's not strong. He's not quick and rapid. He's not massively athletic. We talked about these things with Josh Giddey. We even talked about how good of a playmaker he could be in this league and how good his IQ is at the top level. By the way, another weakness is that I'm pretty sure his turnovers are quite high. We can take a look at his statistics here, but again, he's known for his IQ as a playmaker. He averages 2.9 turnovers. Keep that in mind as well. But they're so quick to jump to negatives that they fail to see that there's potential for this guy to be a really big player in this league and potentially even a triple-double alert at his frame and size and his ability to play make. He could very well be. I mean, I don't know about total comparisons. I don't think he's a like for like because I think Josh Giddey is probably more of a high IQ player, whereas Egor probably is better at making his own shot and creating his own play for himself and stuff of that nature. But I do often see those comparisons, at least from the weaknesses side of things. So with that being said, would I take Egor with the 12th overall pick in the NBA draft? Look, it all does come down to what you think the Bulls need. There are obviously wants, talent, getting the best available, and there's a needs category as well. So if you're looking at the best available, he's been rumored to go into the top 10. So if that's the case, then yes, I would probably like an Egor on this team. But the way that I see it now, I think our goal should be extending Josh Giddey. I would only be looking at Egor as a potential selection if for whatever reason we do not keep Josh Giddey around. We'll have to talk about that later. He's expecting a big contract. Whether or not we can give that to him remains to be seen. But if we have Josh Giddey, I would kind of steer away from a selection like this, even if he might be the best available at the time. That's not to say we should be going out and out for a center or out for a forward. I just think he's the type of guard that we kind of already have with a Josh Giddey, and we shouldn't probably be looking for another one at this point in time. That's my opinion. He's a great talent though, and if the Bulls picked him, I definitely won't be mad. But it'll make me question what's next afterwards, and that is something that we have to keep an eye on. But what do you guys think? Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this first one. We've got many more to come. Keep your suggestions incoming as well. I will definitely be looking at them and making more videos based off of them. Like I said, I'm not doing daily stuff, so I'm going to be pre-recording a lot of these videos. So if I make a couple of suggestions or a couple of videos about the draft and your, I guess, comments, your suggestions aren't on there, keep in mind they probably will be coming until obviously we get around to the NBA draft. Have a wonderful and safe day. See you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.